This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33 and verse 10, and it reads, "And all manner of the ground, and Edom was created of earth." And before I go any further, I would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which is the Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, known as in Israel today as the dead language, as it is the original Hebrew, which is no longer used, all right, other than by us, those of us who are returning, those of us who are seeking the one true name of the Heavenly Father. All right, it's the way to say his one true name, the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and that of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, being Yahweh Shai. And as it is written, there's only one name given among men whereby ye must be saved. So without the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, there is no salvation. Point blank, period. I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Grand Millstone, who have taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and who do rule well today, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all of you hopeful and faithful Israelites who have received this calling and who are doing the best to make that calling of your election sure. Lord willing, this be edifying. All right, as you see the verse we started out with, man, all manner of the ground. All right, we're all created of the same substance. All right, we are all, like they say in the world, man, we all bleed the same blood. All right, though we may have diversities, we're all the same on the inside, man. All right, but why is there diversities? It's because some of you grew up in different parts of the world, so you had to adapt to that land. Well, let's continue to read on. Verse 11, it says, "In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them." So their diversities come strictly from the point that the Heavenly Father divided them, man. All right, the reason I mentioned that a minute ago about right, the diversities in a geographical sense, is because that's something that people of the world make mention of, man. They try to say that the reason why you look the way you do is because of the parts of the world that you're from, but that doesn't make any sense. All right, because if we all originated from the same place, right, from the same area, which modern science will tell you is Africa, well, biblical history, all right, tells us that it's Israel. Okay, nonetheless, we all originated from the same place, man. And even with that said, many people live near the equator who are different shades of brown, man. You have the whole continent of Africa where you got Ham. All right, you got people dark, so dark that they're damn near purple. And then you got people near Central America, which shade from all the way from leprous, the lack of melanin, all right, that pinkish red, all the way to very dark as well, man. All right, and these people have lived there for centuries. All right, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and continue. All right. "In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse." So the Heavenly Father divided these nations, man. He divided the people, and within the world, all right, according to the Bible, we have 18 nations that the Heavenly Father has set up on this earth. And he's given particular nations particular differences to fulfill their role. Just as in any ecosystem you have on the planet Earth, you need all animals to fulfill their role in order for that ecosystem to harmoniously work, man. All right, for example, you'll need the mushrooms, right, to decompose. All right, then you'll also need the insects to consume the mushrooms, and you have the animals which consume the insects. All right, working your way all the way up to the main predator, man. So the main predator typically would be your lion. All right, so again, every animal has its piece. If you remove one animal, all right, if you remove one component from the ecosystem, then the whole system is no longer in order, man. All right, now you're gonna have some sort of animal going extinct because it's lacking its prey, or whatever the case may be. But you get the gist, man. Verse 12, it says, "Well, the Heavenly Father did the same thing with people, man." The scriptures refer to us as beasts as well as the beasts of the field, right? Verse 12, it says, "Some of them hath he blessed, and some and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified," right? So some of them has he blessed, and some of them has he sanctified, and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out of their places. So let's go ahead and get some examples of that, man, which I have some pulled up. We could start off here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 60 and verse 8, right? So Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me, right? And so what he's talking about, all right, are different things that he's given these nations, man. Moab, all right, the so-called Chinese, what is his blessing? My washpot. So he's been giving the blessing of being the Heavenly Father's washpot, man. Not Esau's washpot, not any other nation under the sun, unless the Heavenly Father has bestowed it to give it unto them, man. Which we know the nation of Israel, as we're going to get into, right, is the Heavenly Father's bride, man. His joint heirs with Yahushai, right? His inheritors of the earth. So he has many blessings set up for you Israelites, man. But here in particular is the blessing for for Moab. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this word, which you see the breakdown for it in the Hebrew, right? Going back to sire, or pronounced in the pronunciation here, seer, which goes into biblical usage, pot, thorn, thorns and hooks. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this other root definition here, which goes into washing. Let's go ahead and hit the Strong's info. All right, and it says it comes from this other root word. They use these numbers, all right, in these in the Strong's Concordance, which is no average dictionary. It's a dictionary that looks up root words within the Bible, all right, and breaks them down according to the context that it was being used. That's why they use these numbers, so they could try to keep them organized, man. All right, well, this is the same root word that's being used here in this context. So they put all these together, right? We could click on that, and it'll show us, you know, all the different verses that have this exact root word within it to give you further understanding. But for the point of the lesson, right, it says a bath or a wash pot, right? So the Heavenly Father has given Moab a blessing of what? Being able to wash things, man. And it might sound like a weak blessing or whatever the case may be, but nonetheless, man, this is the creator of all energy that we're talking about. All right, you could put anybody